It's currently 5:59 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's August 24th, 2025. And we're back at it with another general timeless intuitive reading for my soul tribe, divine divinity, and whoever else resonates with any of these messages. Anything that resonates with you here, you want to be sure that you're going within and to the Holy Spirit of the Most High for confirmation as to how the messages, energies, and vibrations pertain to and correlate with you and your personal situation. It helps create and foster an intimate one-on-one relationship with the Most High, as well as exercising our discerning, intuitive muscle, our spiritual gifts. So, I'm going to clear this energy real quick. And we're going to get into the vibes of this message. Okay, we're coming off of a black moon energy, which was under new moon energy. Okay. So I'm not going to give much of a preface before I get into the messages. I'm just going to say this one thing because I've made no binding legal contracts or agreement for the work that I do for this place, but I'm just going to say Mesa Glen Recuperative Care Facility, located in California. Okay, so I'm not even going to go through any previous notes or previous channel messages. I'm just going to get into the messages, and depending on what comes out in these cards, I'll talk on the situation at hand. But I just want to see what these cards say before I broach a situation. I know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer. Is one of the first cards out. And see, this is what, cream, cash money rules everything about me or around me. I know what you did last summer, cream. Cash money rules everything around me. I know what you did last summer. So, this could be regarding people, places, and things. An individual, a group, a community, a faction, medical facilities. I know what you did last summer. Cream. Cash money rules everything around me. They can't stand alone, but you can. See, now, beautiful soul. You have a beautiful soul, Fem Masculine. And by now, this is more than evident. Humanitarian service in the reverse. So, for example, see, now I'm gonna start talking because these cards are talking as they're walking. Now, humanitarian service in the reverse. So that means that somebody or a group of individuals are not about the people, meaning that they're not about giving back to and caring for the people. Humanity, mankind, humankind. So, for example, if you're a medical facility and you're not about humanitarian service, then what the fuck are you doing? Type of vibes is what I'm saying. 456 on the clock timer. So 456. those are consecutive numbers, right? So, and it's advancing. So that means, technically, logically, practically, energetically, spiritually, that we're going in the right direction. If you have consecutive ascending numbers mean that you're moving up, right? So yeah, we're moving up, meaning going forward, meaning going in the right direction. So, if there was any question about the clarity of the preface or the direction of this message versus what I'm saying and integrated messages, what I'm saying and what's coming out in the cards, we're going in the right direction. I just want to clear that up, because people like to downplay things or, act like, we're dumb or unintelligent, or that what we're saying is not clear enough for people to get and understand. And see, this is where it angers me a little bit. Because people with certifications or not, listen to what I'm saying now. People with certification or not that are in positions and places to where they should be certified, and if not, at least have, if the position calls or doesn't call for certification, at least have the proper, experience. Not just the concept of, but the experience to go along with it, to be in place of a position in which you stand in. Please hear what I'm saying, Fem Masculine, because, just to the everyday type of person, this type of communication comes off garbled. They don't seem to get it because it's like, a concept, if you will, face value. They're not willing to, dig deep into a situation. And see, this is why my time is about up. Because, and just for example again, if this is a medical facility that we're talking about here, this is quite unethical. So you all, you follow my content, then you're quite aware of where I'm going with this. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. Didn't I just say my time is up? And y'all see me handling these cards, right? So, what's that? It says time's up and I'm out. Meaning, I'm done with the foolishness. I know what you did last summer, so, we're, if you want to be frank, literal, logical, practical, we're coming out of the season of summer. It's right, the end of summer is like right here. It's like right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So, technically, we can look at this past summer, soon to be past summer, as the last summer. So, yeah, philosopher here. Okay, philosopher here. So, cash money rules everything around me, around a philosopher, if you will. And let's just, because I want to be clear on what I'm saying, because, I don't like, and I don't like, nor do I participate or indulge in baseless false accusations, okay? Because, not only am I an intuitive reader, not only am I an influencer, not only am I a content creator, of many things, but a fool I'm not. A liar, I'm not. A truth seeker and truth speaker, I definitely am. So, just so that there's no mistake in context, I want to pull up the word philosopher. Okay? So, philosopher, by definition, is a person engaged or learned in philosophy, especially as an academic discipline. So, philosophy. So let's pull up the word philosophy, for, textbook definition or technical definition via Google. Philosophy, a term of Greek origin meaning love of wisdom. Wasn't I just talking about wisdom? Okay, conceptuality versus experiential. It's the same context as knowledge versus wisdom. You can know something conceptually, but in order for it to be applied wisdom, you have to apply the knowledge in experience in order for it to breed wisdom. So you don't have to just know a certain thing. You have to be experienced in a particular thing, person, place, or thing, in order for it to have transformed, crystallized into wisdom. Okay, so I'm going somewhere with this. So philosophy, a term of Greek origin meaning love of wisdom, is the rational and critical study of fundamental questions about existence, reality, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language. Now, wasn't I kind of talking about values as in ethics? Okay, knowledge, reality, existence, reason, mind, language. All of this is important here, okay? It explores broad, profound inquiries into human experience and our place in the universe through diverse fields such as metaphysics, reality, epistemology, knowledge, ethics, morality. Now, and political philosophy. Okay, so philosophy explores broad, profound inquiries, questions into human experience. Questions. So if you want answers, you have to ask questions. And not just any old type of questions. The proper question to get the proper answer. Because you can ask a question in a fucked up type of way, unclear, and get an answer, but it's not the answer that you're seeking, but yet and still you didn't ask the question in the right way to get the proper answer. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going somewhere with this. See, the next card out is inhumane in the upright. And it's coming out horizontally next to they can't stand alone, but you can. So we have humanitarian service here in the reverse, and we have inhumane in the upright here. Medical facilities. Okay, Mesa Glen Recuperative Care Facility. Okay, so this is not the first time. Okay, y'all already know that I'm recovering from surgery. Okay, so I'm not, if you follow my content, then you know. And if you don't, if you're a newcomer here, then follow my content, especially the last several videos. Look at the titles of the videos, and that'll pretty much tell you or give you a clue as to due diligence of what I'm getting ready to say. Okay, so this is not the first time, okay? So if you're in a medical facility and you report that there's blood anywhere, that should technically be properly handled, correct, within a medical facility. And it shouldn't always be delegated to tell your CNA, well, who's my CNA? I'm going to tell my CNA, and then that task is delegated to someone else. Someone else comes in, oh, that's dry blood. Yeah, well, duh, I see that, But the last time this happened, they told me to make sure that I tell somebody of this situation, and not to just let it sit there. You know what I'm saying? Because as I'm recuperating, this is not my home. So I have, and I'm treading lightly here, a roommate. Okay. Now, out of respect for roommate's identity, I'm just going to say roommate. Now, said roommate has this thing, and I'm not being disrespectful, but I can only be understanding up until a certain point and tolerant up until a certain point. But constantly stopped up toilets, piles of tissue on the floor, and blood on the stool, and on the sink, dried up blood. Okay, now this is becoming an ongoing issue here. Now, as a resident and a recuperating patient from several surgeries, that should not be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? Health risks, health concerns for other people, especially in cohabitable places, and add to that a medical facility, inhumane in the upright, humanitarian service in the reverse. I'm quite sure if you're intelligent, conscious, or got a smidgen of good sense that God gave you, then you can kind of see where I'm going with this, though. Yeah, it's something about group messages here. About a beautiful soul who could be a philosopher. I mean, you see how the cards are coming out, okay? So anyway, to be disregarded or even spoken to in a degraded type of tone, like, see, I don't have the disinfectant to clean it, they require such and such to do this. I understand that, but understand what I'm saying. I'm still letting you all know that there's blood here. It's unsanitary. Gets a paper towel, from the little pool rag, wets the water, wipes it. See, no more blood. That's still unsanitary. Well, I understand it, but just understand what I'm saying. I'm letting you all know. Mind you, didn't nobody write it down, checked on the roommate, running to see if he had blood on his hands. It wasn't nothing in depth from what I heard. And it's just like, oh, okay. So one, where's the custodial people? You should have someone on staff 24/7. Because this is a medical facility, so there should never be a time that there's not someone here to sanitize the environment if a situation occurs. Because this is a recuperative medical facility. Now, I'm good. I'm on my way up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But there are many situations here from many different levels and aspects. So why isn't there, first of all, a 24/7 janitorial service, if not worker, here on staff? Ask the proper questions to get the right answers. And second question, why is there no one willing to be serious enough about their job to really address the situation? Because immediately there should have been someone in here to sanitize this bathroom, to get up this mess that's accumulated in this bathroom. And I could understand that some people may not be in the position to, and I'm talking about residence patients here, to be mindful or conscious of stuff like that. That's why they're at a facility. That's why you have people on staff, or supposed to, that gets paid to handle situations like this. So if that's going on, that makes me question, should a place like this even be up and running? First and foremost. And if so, what type of people do you have working here? Because is it truly your calling, or is this just a paycheck? And I'm finding that it's more so an issue of this is just a paycheck, as opposed to caring about the work that you do. You see, the type of work that I do, it doesn't feel like work to me, because I honestly love doing what I do. And I'm in alignment with my purpose and design. It just seemed like, America's Most Wanted. Y'all see me flipping these cards and how I'm handling this deck. America's Most Wanted. So don't tell me. And it's coming out next to humanitarian service in the reverse. Are we dealing with a bunch of unethical criminals here? Or if they don't yet have a criminal background, once I'm done with them, they will. See, I'm looking over here now. See, this is your last chance. This is a warning. Congratulations here are in order, as y'all saw me switch the deck now, and I'm just flipping now. Congratulations are in order, and it's coming out horizontally next to the philosopher. And next to the philosopher is cream. Cash money rules everything around me. That's the technical meaning and definition of that acronym C.R.E.A.M. Okay, cream. That's why it's written out like that. Cash money rules everything around me. And it's also a song. It's by an East Coast artist, I believe. Let me look it up. Okay, since we dealing with facts here. If somebody's scared of lonely, okay, or being alone, so cream. Okay, yeah, so Cream, 1993, sung by Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, so lyrics. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics here, because I'm being led to pull up the lyrics. What that nigga want, God? Word up, look out for the cops. Cash rules. Word up, 2 for 5s over here, baby. Word up, 2 for 5s. Them nigga got garbage down the way. Okay. So, just to contextualize, they talking about weed, okay, or other things, okay. Word up, know what I'm saying? Cash rules everything around me. Cream, yeah, check this old fly shit out. Word up, cash rules everything around me. Take you on a natural joint. Cash rules everything around me. Get the money. Here we go. Dollar bill, y'all. Check this shit, yo. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive. Listen here. At seconds hand, moms bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shireland land. A young youth, yo, rocking the go-to low goose. Only way I begin to G off was drug loot. And let's start it like this, son. Rolling with this one. And that one pulling out gats for fun. So it's talking about crime, drugs. What have I been talking about? Medical facility. Do you see the connections, the dots, how this message? Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, because people like to play certain people for fools or act like we don't know what we talking about when we really do. So playing dumb to the facts. These hoes playing dumb to the facts, but you shouldn't play dumb to the facts, okay? Because facts usually means truth, usually means something that can be proven. Don't play dumb to the facts, somebody. Don't do that. August 24th, because now it's time to make my notes. Playing dumb to the facts. Facts on racks. Okay, see, and this kind of ties into the black moon energy because heavy celestial energy. I'm not going to dig too deep into that right now. But intentionally, last night, I went to bed and I had certain things playing, audibly, because I wanted to center my energy. Because there's always spiritual warfare going on and people pulling on our energies to prevent certain things from actualizing and manifesting in this now present energy. So I felt some spiritual activity last night, even in my dream state. I'm battling in my dream state. And so lo and behold, I wake up to blood on the sink. Okay, so, which leads me to this morning's reading. Okay, and the reason why I started this reading off the way that I did. I was careful not to say too much before the cards came out because of, Anywho, anyway. So, spiritual activity in the dream state, spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, waking up to find blood on the sink. So, bloodletting, blood rituals, spell work, witchcraft, okay? You could do this anywhere, and people be up to all types of things down, especially here on the West Coast and certain other grids and places of the earth where there are high spiritual activities, good and bad. Okay, now the first time I came to California, LA, I left with my tail hanging between my legs. I didn't want to go, but I had to go. Okay, and certain people warn me, like, you ain't ready for that place. There's a lot of spiritual activity there. Yeah, I'm ready for it, I really wasn't, but it taught me something, and I'm back now, so they need to be ready for me, is what I'm saying, because I'm not about that bullshit. Those spiritual games that they were able to get over the last time, they're not going to be able to get over this time. I'm way stronger in the last 2-3 years since the last time I lived here. Okay, so I'm a whole lot stronger energetically, spiritually. That's why congratulations is here. Okay, next to the philosopher. Humbly speaking, I consider myself to be a philosopher. I don't, I'm ordained in that energy, humbly speaking. Okay, I know who I am, I know my purpose. I'm a visionary, I'm a philosopher, I'm a humanitarian type energy. I'm a seer. Okay, so let's just, they want you to lose, but you win big. Hear what I'm saying? This is why congratulations are in order. You're in this I am energy as I am in this energy as well. Yeah, explore here. Explore. Somebody got some whack tail too, because I just looked over and I saw your booty whack. Your booty ain't that, okay? So either somebody think that about you, me, us, or this is the truth about somebody. Take it where it resonates. Yeah, Skinwalker here. Wow. So this could be, see, Skinwalker, somebody wants to walk in your skin, or this could be the antithesis to a healer, a shaman. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. A Skinwalker, healer, shaman. Rituals. We're not just talking about rituals, bloodletting. Okay, so y'all see, this is why I like to have, you could be a musician. This is why I like to have the camera focused on the spread and my hands, so y'all can see what's going on here. You could be a musician, singer, songwriter, poet, dancer, or all of the above, as I am. I'm making these I am parallels for a reason, outside of the fact that I am is out here, okay? Because you have to be able to be relatable to people, and the only way to be relatable to people is to share your story. You know what I'm saying? And certain people may not want us to share stories or say names and identify people, places, and things like that. They may feel some type of way, ethically, morally, legally. But my thing is, okay, if I'm telling my story, recounting my story, my experience, then I have the right to name names, dates, places, peoples, and things. Okay, that's my right to freedom of speech. Okay, now if I was recounting somebody else's story and I'm putting names and dates on things, maybe I shouldn't do that, because I'm going by what somebody else said, which makes that hearsay, he say, she say, something about seashore, ocean, or something like that. But it makes it kind of gossip. So, what I'm saying, I'm talking about my experience, along with the messages coming through here. So, yeah. Bear in the reverse. So it feels like somebody's definitely pulling on spell work, and we got possessed here. So somebody could be overrun by the demons, entities, deities that they've been petitioning and calling on in these rituals. Somebody is a skinwalker, though, like for real. And if you didn't know, a skinwalker is the antithesis to a healer. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up, since I'm pulling up things. Let me go ahead and pull up. So let me note this song. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up Skinwalker, but I do want to see the rest of these lyrics, okay? But it was just the dream for the teen. We're not just talking about a dream, okay? Who was a fiend. Started smoking woolies at 16 and running up in gates and doing hits for high stakes. Making my way on fire escapes. No question I would speed for cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. Bleeding eyes could be significant. No question I would flow off and try to get the dough all, sticking up white boys in ball courts. My life got no better, same damn low sweater. Times is rough and tough like leather. Figured out I went the wrong route, so I got with a sick ass click and went all out. Catching keys from across seas. Didn't I just say seas was significant? Rolling in MPVs. Every week we made 40 G's. Yo nigga respect mine or anger the tech 9. Chick chick pow. Move from the gate now. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Okay, it's been 22 long hard years of still struggling, survival got me bugging, but I'm alive on arrival. I peep at the shape of the streets and stay awake to the ways of the world, cause shit is deep. A man with a dream with plans to make cream, which failed. I went to jail at the age of 15. A young buck selling drugs and such who never had much, trying to get a clutch at what I could not. The court played me short, now I face incarceration. Pacing, going up states my destination. Handcuffed in back of a bus, 40 of us. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. But as the world turns, I learned life is hell. Living in the world no different from a cell. Every day I escape from Jake's giving chase, selling base, smoking bones in the staircase. Though I don't know why I choose to smoke cess, I guess that's the time when I'm not depressed. But I'm still depressed and I ask what it's worth. Ready to give up, so I seek the old earth. Who explained working hard may help you maintain to learn to overcome the heartaches and pain. We got stick-up kids, corrupt cops, and crack rocks, and stray shots all on the block that stays hot. Leave it up to me while I be living proof to kick the truth to the young black youth. But shorty's running while smoking cess, drinking beer, and ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear. Neglected but yo, it's gots to be accepted. That's what, that life is hectic. Cash rules everything around me, and that's how it closes out. Okay, so you be the deciding factor if this song and lyrics hold resonance and significance to the messages that have come out so far. 6:33 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 24, 2025. So let's pull up Skinwalker. A skinwalker is a harmful shape-shifting witch in Navajo lore who can transform into animals to inflict harm, referred to as Yinaldroshi. Okay. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but that was the best I could come up with on the spot. This creature is part of a malevolent tradition of witchcraft known as the Witchery Way, WW, which contrasts with the healing practices of medicine men, aka shaman. Skinwalkers are believed to use dark magic and human remains for curses and are blamed for misfortune, illness, and death. So, rituals, bloodletting, isn't that a form of human remains, blood. I mean, you can't get no deeper than blood when you talk about human remains outside of an actual body part. Bloodletting, blood stains, stains on the window pane, stains on the faucet, stains on the toilet, blood stain. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not crazy, okay? Nor have I, well, there was once upon a time that I did think that I was losing my mind. But sometimes you have to lose your mind in order to find yourself, find your mind, okay? But, you know, and I know I'm not crazy, but it's just so funny how intuition works. It's ironic the way that these messages are coming out. Please don't, you see, one moment. You know, sorry about that, Fifth Masculine. And see, that's another thing. If I got the door open or cracked, don't come and close it. Okay, it's open and cracked for a reason. You know. So, yeah, remains. So, skinwalkers are believed to use dark magic and human remains for curses and are blamed for misfortune, illness, and death. What is a skinwalker? Okay. So, yeah, the Navajo term for a skinwalker. Okay, so, yeah, we just reviewed that. So here are some of the abilities of a skinwalker. Shape-shifting. They can take on the physical form of animals such as wolves, coyotes, owls, or crows. Mimicry. Copycat. Feigning fakeness. Okay. They can imitate human voices or animal sounds to deceive and lure others. Cursing. Skinwalkers can cast spells and curses to bring sickness, death, and bad fortune to their victims. Supernatural speed and strength. They are said to possess incredible speed and strength beyond human capabilities. The witchery way. Skinwalkers are practitioners of the witchery way, a form of Navajo witchcraft focused on malevolent activities. Becoming a skinwalker requires committing taboo acts such as murder as a dark initiation into the witchery way. So a couple of videos ago, as I briefed over skinwalker energy, much to my knowledge, from the research that I've done and from what I know about skinwalkers is that skinwalkers are actually born shamans, born healers, but they wanted to go the dark route. And we have been picking up on this poisonous energy as well in the last few videos. Okay, so in order for a skinwalker, a person to become, or a former healer to become a skinwalker, they have to kill another healer, a shaman. Okay, so, and they just confirmed that here. Okay, they are said to use human bones or other body parts to create potions and tools for their curses. Fear and caution. Skinwalkers are a deeply feared subject in Navajo Native American culture, and people are warned against speaking about them or seeking them out. Blamed for misfortune. They are often blamed when unexplained negative events like illness or misfortune occur in the community. Distinction from healers. The term skinwalker is never used for medicine men or healers who use spiritual forces for good. Distinction, let me say that again, from healers. The term skinwalker is never used for medicine men or healers who use spiritual forces for good. Also a natural born healer, a shaman, if you will. And I just want to say shout out to my fellow chosen ones, earth angels, light workers, healers, aka shamans, alchemists, starseeds, indigos, rainbows. Those who are on the trajectory of enlightenment in alignment with your soul-driven purpose and design of the Holy Spirit of the Most High. Okay, we're talking about whatever you tag the energy with, God, source, energy, universe, whatever. It's all the same energy, the creator. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, divine spirit. Okay, we don't use our gifts to the detriment of others. Okay, so they say we're not supposed to talk about skinwalkers, but this is the authority and ordination of my position and what my purpose and my design is. So I'm calling out to skinwalker or any skinwalker-like energy, conscious or subconsciously. Because this bullshit gotta stop. It gotta absolutely stop. Because nobody should be skimming over or just, see, it's gone. No, bitch, it's not. That's unsanitary. And now you put my health in jeopardy. Not taking this situation seriously. Now, as for this motherfucker, I don't know what the fuck this bitch got going on. Okay, but my patience is thin with this motherfucker. Because it's obvious, because I tried to talk to this motherfucker last night. You extend an olive branch. And I told this motherfucker, I know you understand what I'm saying. I know what you be doing with these people out here, or whatever, but I know you understand what the fuck I'm saying. And he responded to let me know that he understood what I was saying. Now, with that said, I offered an olive branch. Now I'm taking that bitch back. Because I wake up to this bullshit, it tells me that I was on, it lets me know that I was accurate. This motherfucker be doing some type of spell work. Okay, and I done told him before, you doing it on the wrong motherfucker. If you're doing it, and I'm gonna go give a slight benefit. Yeah, but sometimes when given the benefit of the doubt, sometimes the doubt is the benefit. But I'll say this. If it's done against me, baby, your ancestors are unpleased, and the Holy Spirit of the Most High is definitely not pleased. Now, this is a form of protection that I'm not quite, because there is a language barrier here. I know he understands me, but I can't, the language or whatever he's speaking, I don't speak that. Okay? But I do speak energy. So on a slight chance, it's protection. Okay now. But it don't look like, based on what's coming out here. And on the 4, 5, 3 other dice. So, what I'm just talking about protection. 4 is a number of protection, foundation. Foundation is protected here. It also talks about 4th house energy, Cancer and the moon, illusions. Hear what I'm saying? Cancer and the moon. And we got 5. Okay. Upcoming changes for your highest good and expansion, Leo and the sun. Shining a light on things done in the dark. And look here, my little Simba here to the left on my screen. Okay, so we have that, romance, fun and play, success. And then we have 3 on a red. Finding and maintaining clarity where there once was or still is conflict, confusion, chaos, and mess brought on by outside third-party energies. These bubble-headed, raggedy-ass bitches, hoes and crows. Okay, there she blows. So, piracy energy. So, yeah, heavy on the piracy energy. Okay. 3rd house energy, Gemini and Mercury. So, yeah, some things are being communicated. Okay, make no mistake, things are being communicated here. So, spirit number 453. Angel number, spirit number 453 is a message from the angels that the positive changes you have been making are manifesting good into your life. Your manifesting skills and abilities have drawn new opportunities, ideas, and concepts into your life, and the angels encourage you to continue the great work that you have been doing. The angels encourage... One moment. Sorry about that, Femme Masculine. So, the angels encourage you and applaud you, The angels encourage and applaud you. So, congratulations is here. I can't make this shit up. In your efforts, and assure you that your positive actions and attitudes ensures a continued supply of abundance into your life. Angel number, spirit number 453 is a message that now is the time to make necessary changes that will propel and advance you along your life path and soul purpose. Trust that the angels are supporting, encouraging, and guiding you along the way. The Ascended Masters are with you to help you prepare for big life changes that are coming soon. They want you to know that all will work out for your highest good. So release all fears and look to these changes with optimism and enthusiasm. The overall number and energy here is 3. Finding and maintaining clarity where there once was or still is confusion, chaos, and mess by outside third-party energies. Gemini and Mercury, third house energy. Okay, so I could actually stop the message right here because, I mean, it can't be any clearer. I'm not sure how I can make this message any more clearer than what it already is. I also want to see if this is an area, what area code this is. Okay, so there is no 453 area code in the North American numbering plan, which covers the United States and its territories, Canada, and many Caribbean countries. Calls from an area code 453 are likely fake or could be an international call where the caller ID was truncated. However, 453 is listed as an area code within 400 to 499 range in Mexico for states including Aguascalientes, Guanajuato, and Michoacan. Okay, so charge it to my colloquialism, my vernacular, and not my heart if I'm not, because I know I'm mispronouncing it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some cartomancy, because I'm gonna ride this thing all the way out. Okay, this particular reading, because I get sick of the mess. Okay, especially when it involves me. I'm just like, okay, now, and I really have little to no tolerance when people get to talking to me like I don't know what I'm talking about, or like I'm not understanding, or like I'm dumb or stupid or something. Like, I really have no patience for that anymore. There was a time, yeah, see, witchery, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Y'all saw that flip over, right? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's a dark high priestess, male or female. We already got rituals out here. We got Skinwalker. Possessed. Yeah, Ten of Swords in the reverse. So it looks like that this Queen of Wands in the reverse is in a dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul. I don't really need to expound on that. It is exactly what it sounds like. Dark night of the soul. This is all something to do about a union or something. Some lovers, 2 of cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah, and as I say, lovers, there's 2 birds here flying together. I'm not sure what type of bird they are, but yeah, they just landed on the same branch. Okay, it is tree kind of like slightly diagonal to my left out the window. Okay, and now I see 3 birds leaving, and the 2 birds are flying in another direction. 3 birds went the opposite direction. So yeah, the 2 birds went left. Yeah, this also has something to do with King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this King of Pentacles in the reverse, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, male or female, is looking at this High Priestess, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, male or female. And this dark High Priestess is looking at, they're looking at each other. So it's like, this King of Pentacles in the reverse is mad at this Shadow High Priestess. But he or she is looking at him like, what you looking at me for? You hired me. I told you what it was, but you still wanted me to do the job. See, they could be playing up in moon. They could be doing moon rituals, because Crescent Moon is here. See, what the fuck? I don't know why I just did that, but that's one of his phrases over here. And I'm not trying to mock nobody, But like, understand me, I'm sick of the bullshit. Yeah, 7 of Wands in the upright. Somebody going to prison. Ain't America's Most Wanted here? Okay, so somebody going to prison. This King of Pentacles in the reverse and this Shadow High Priestess, this Queen of Wands in the reverse, he or she or they're going to motherfucking prison. Because what they doing is already seen. The sun is right here. See, yeah, 10 of Cups in the reverse because they miserable. You could be seeing 10-10. If so, this is your message. 10-10 completion. The cycle is over. Something is done. Okay, 10th house energy, Saturn and Capricorn, devil energy, karma energy, professional paths, what we do for a living, public persona, how we're viewed. So it's like character versus reputation type vibes. Okay, and then social standing, like who we actually are, like our rank in society. 10-4, copy that, okay? 4 Wands in the upright, so that's balanced practicality with things of the divine and logic. So you got intelligence, you got street smarts, you got logistics here, and you have spiritual gifts. And you show unconditional love to your bloodline and lineage. Like, okay. I want to get some healing water oracles out first. I'm only going to take 2. Because we 51 minutes, 51:31. So 64 breaks down to a 64, which is 10 completion. 10-10-10. If you're seeing 10-10-10 as one of your synchronizations, this is definitely your message. And then there's a bird. It looked like a dove. Not a dove. A partridge or something. And he looked dead at me too. A bird, can you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. He looking dead at me. And I said, bird, you understand what I'm saying? He looking dead at me every time I say that. He on this light post. Okay, yeah, birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? That what you're being called to create, create it. Let me write that down. That what you're being called to create, create it. That which you're being called to create, create it. It's time to create it, in other words, okay? Like, seriously. Okay, so I'll take this as the Starseed card. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Back to the Healing Water Oracle, because that card didn't belong in this deck, but that's a Starseed card, so I still take it. Selkie, something about sea lions. Come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. I'm gonna do one more. I'll do 3 and 3. Water codes, ancient wisdom. The intelligence is with you. Divine feminine energy, regardless of gender. For my fellow Starseeds, Lyran, Pleiadian, Andromedan, Orion, Sirian, Reptilian, Arcturians, okay. Greys. Something about Grey's Anatomy. Baby steps. Okay, it's giving me like vibes of look deep before you leap. Okay, baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. This has been coming out lately. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Y'all already know me, how I get down with my intuition. It ain't gotta make a lick of sense to me. It will later, okay? Called, yeah. Soul gifts, and training. It's time to step up. I'm going to take this card for honorable mention, but it's cracked open in the reverse. So something that gives me somebody doesn't want something to be open. Somebody doesn't want something to be seen. Cracked open in the reverse. I mean, you tell me what you get from that. I'm going to do some, Cosmic Oracle, because we going in today. We going in this morning. Confirmation. Ancestors agree. I know you heard that horn beat. Well, I think you did. You should have. There's something about beggars. Beggars Pizza. Beggar is shout out Chicago. Oh God, I miss Chicago food so much. Oh my God. There's Beggars Pizza. Beggars. Somebody's begging and pleading. So yeah. Appreciation. Talking about begging and pleading. Every day has moments to be grateful for, no matter how small. Take a moment to notice the support around you and the progress you've made. These are the forces driving you forward. Appreciation. Masculine energy means taking action. Masculine. Challenges in life are inevitable, but the divine masculine, like the lion, shout out to my fellow lions, my fellow Leos, okay, like the lion, shows resilience in adversity. The universe reminds you that true strength isn't shown in easy times, but when you choose to rise after falling. Rise after falling. Will you rise after falling? Like the divine masculine energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius are all significant here. My fire sign brothers. Professional guidance. You are being called to seek professional guidance, especially when facing important decisions. Now, this professional guidance doesn't have to be, it could be, but not limited to therapists, psychologists, doctors, could even be a lawyer. Okay? The wisdom and resources from outside will help you avoid mistakes and lead you toward a more successful future. Professional guidance. Redirection. You are being called to skillfully direct others' attention, not to manipulate, but to achieve goals in reality. With precise words and logic, focus attention toward positions that benefit you. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm here for me just as much as I'm here for you. Yeah, that's straight up, real deal. I'm here for me just as much as I'm here for you. And that's the truth for masculine. A voice for the voiceless. Because make no mistakes, I have the platforms to be heard. And to make sure that I'm heard. Okay, because baby, yeah, discovery in the reverse, and y'all know I only read these cards in the upright, but discovery is here in the reverse. Discovery. You are being called to explore, and we have explore out here too in the initial channel messages. You are being called to explore the resources and opportunities around you. New collaborations, projects, or relationships are drawing near. This journey will not only offer spiritual growth, but also bring material abundance. Do not fear to pursue it, as unexpected rewards are waiting for you to discover. So somebody is not discovering these benefits, or these energies, but I feel like you are. Final resolution. The challenges you're facing will be resolved through cooperation with others. Though the result may not be exactly what you hope for, working together and starting fresh always brings relief. So let's get into some energy oracle, Holy Spirit, to continue to define and outline the energies and messages that pertain to this reading. Energy oracle. Okay, so we're officially an hour into this reading. This has been the longest morning reading that I've done in a minute, I think. Yeah, envy in the reverse. So this reading is not coming from a place of envy, or we're not envious, or you're not envious. Okay, yeah, the thinking man though. We're not envious of people who are not thinking. Thinking man in the reverse. This is a man or a female in masculine energy. Taking some action but not thinking about it. I'm hearing appropriation. So I want to get the, since we're defining things, I want to get the textbook definition of appropriation. Even though I know what it is, it's taking on something else's, your own, pretty much. Appropriation. The action of taking something for one's own use, typically without the owner's permission. A sum of money or total of assets devoted to a special purpose. Appropriation. Yeah, so somebody's not thinking about an act of appropriation that they're taking. Yeah, second chakra archangel Ariel in the reverse. So somebody's going against nature. They're going against the natural order of something, people, places, and things. Now with this second chakra in the reverse, this is creativity in the reverse. So somebody's sexual energy is perverted and they're not able to create, or this is like appropriation or plagiarism here. Blossoming abundance. Yeah, somebody knows that you have blossoming abundance. 3 is the number, finding and maintaining clarity. That was the overall number in numerology. Finding and maintaining clarity. Gemini and Mercury. Something's being communicated here. Yeah, 33, door to romance. 333 here. Spirit is resonating. Ascended master energy and master teacher teaching master lessons. I'm trying to tell y'all something here. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all something here. And okay. Blossoming and abundance and daughter romance. This is for you, fem masculine. 2 of Cups is right here. Yeah, 3. Okay, so blossoming abundance, the number is 3. Daughter romance, the number is 33. The garden and the gate, 30. So 33, 33. Both of you all could be ascended masters, master teachers, teaching master lesson. And this final card here, I'm going to take that. That's community. 7th house energy. Strategy at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Somebody's strategy ain't worked against them. Okay. But yeah, confirmation on that. That slight hornbeam. Okay, so how we relate to and choose partnerships, collaborative energy. Things like that. So we're getting into tarot, the wide and narrow at the bottom of the deck, tower in the reverse. So you have a strong foundation here, fem masculine. Your foundation is strong and it is sturdy. Okay, get sturdy with it. What's out here in this focus line, Holy Spirit? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, male or female, he or she, very materialistic. They doing something, trying to get money, but they taking some, there's something funny here going on with money or property. Proprietary things. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus in the reverse. Page of Wands. Somebody is an adventurer. They've turned their back on this Queen of Pentacles energy and moving forward in some sort of action or adventure. You have 6 of Pentacles energy in the upright. So this is caring, sharing, philanthropic energy. A philosophy of philanthropy. Pop. Philosophy of philanthropy. Philanthropic energy. Something about the tropics, tropical island, something like that. Islander. Emperor in the reverse, something about somebody's father or an ex-spouse. In Aries, male or female. They're this is like a domineering energy. Two of Cups here. This is a marriage union here. Okay? And upright, 22 is significant. Master manifester, master builder. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's fatigued and exhausted. Somebody cannot go the mile here. So Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You turned your back on somebody. Tower in the reverse is out here officially a strong foundation. Okay, so you turned your back on a Queen of Pentacles in a reverse. This could be a friend, colleague. For some of you, an aspect of a mother, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, whatever. But you turned your back on them. 11 teams, groups, and colleagues. Okay, here to find your tribe. It feels like okay. And you embarked on philanthropic energy with the Six of Pentacles here, 6th house, Virgo, Mercury, balancing your work, okay, very disciplined in this area of work or expertise that you embarked on in this Page of Wands in the upright. But see here, if you walked away from your mother, this is the aspect of your mother, then this Emperor in the reverse, then your father came in and tried to block you. From this Two of Cups. But now I feel like they're both worn out in this Ace of Wands in the reverse, because your tower, your foundation is strong. It's not crumbling. You bleed light from the top and the bottom. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is coming out under the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So whoever this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is, mother, friend, whoever, male or female, they are low vibrational as fuck. Okay, this is the issue here. Yeah, Two of Swords. Yeah, you had to make a decision regarding this person, he or she, because they were trying to keep you stagnated. They didn't want you to be free. And see, this is part of the issue here. People want you stuck and bound to the things that they're stuck and bound to, but we're not. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, Hermit. Well, going within into the Holy Spirit, embarking on this next journey by yourself. Yeah, Ten of Swords. You defeated somebody by yourself. This is the issue. Yeah, it's Ten of Swords in the upright, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's coming out under the Emperor in the reverse. So you definitely defeated your father or the ex-spouse or whoever this is. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, because they low value. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse to the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, like, what is this? Yeah, somebody was used as a pawn. 9 of Wands in the reverse. They certainly didn't win, and they're delusional. 7 of Cups in the reverse if they think they did. Manifested outcome, Holy Spirit. Strength in the reverse, yeah. Weak. Okay. You see, it was definitely some spell work going on, because this bitch out here, this certain person who I deemed as my best friend here, it was on some fuck shit. She was sleeping outside my room, not directly outside my room, but like the chair right across from my room, a couple of feet. She was asleep there, so I wake up to blood in the bathroom, dry blood, and then she's okay. This is not coincidence. Fem masculine, keep your wits about you. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. The tide is drawing nigh. That type of energy, okay? What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, bleeding, money, and bad karma. I'm trying to tell somebody. 1033, 10333. Yeah, Spirit is resonating. Yeah, this a wrap. Yeah, okay. The Hangman in the reverse. Now they scared of being sacrificed. Okay. They tried to do some sacrificial type shit. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, it was a group of them. And a group of them was defeated. Okay. King of Pentacle, a boss here, 14, breaks down to a 5. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus has something to do with a Leo. You can have Earth placements, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, as I say Capricorn, the devil come out. Yeah, broken word, lax integrity, obsession, OCD. I'm hearing obsessive compulsive disorder, and addictions. Yeah, Temperance in the reverse. This is a fallen angel, Sagittarius. I'm going to drop the mic on that, Fem Masculine. Click like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel. Book your sessions. Until next time, I love you all. Get out of my face. Bye.